How do you begin to love yourself? I saw this very, very, very beautiful question, and I have some notes and things that I want to share. Let's get right to it. How do you begin to love yourself? First, you begin to love yourself by knowing that you'll mess up. You'll mess up. I wrote that with quotes. Second, you begin to love yourself by knowing you will never meet your expectations. Those two go hand in hand. We expect the journey to be nice and perfect, and it's all over the place. And we expect things, we imagine the way it will be, we imagine where we want to reach, that imaginary finish line on our journey, that once I get there, then fill in the blank. I've experienced, I've talked to a lot of people, I think we never meet those expectations. And even when we get close or when we meet them, we have new ones. So I think the sooner, the earlier we realize that, the more that a lot of weight can come off your shoulders and we start to relax into the journey itself. So number 3, how do you begin to love yourself? You begin to love yourself by knowing that you won't feel love 24/7 and that you will face every single emotion out there. The whole spectrum of emotions, we just want to feel love 24/7. We're going to feel everything along the journey. And same thing, the more we can realize that, remind ourselves of that, not have expectations to always only feel love, and that we're going to feel everything within the whole spectrum of emotions, the more we can love ourselves as we go through that. Because it's easy to love ourselves when we're feeling amazing, we're feeling loving, we're feeling compassionate, giving, we're getting compliments, we're getting it's easier. But when you're frustrated, when you're angry, when you're sad, when you feel lonely, when you're overwhelmed, can we use that as an opportunity to love the person going through that experience? Just some food for thought. Number 4, 5, I don't know, I didn't number them. You can begin to love yourself by knowing there's no right or wrong way. I've been making a ton of videos on self-love. And my YouTube channel is full of ideas and tips and exercises and mindset shifts and a lot of tools that you can use. A lot of tools. The reason why I share so many is with the hope that maybe out of 10, one really resonates with you and you actually explore it, not just hear about it in a video and never give it a chance, never give it a try. It's with the hope that you actually explore that idea deeper and see where it takes you. But there's no right or wrong way. Whatever resonates with you, go with it. And if eventually you look back and you feel like that was the wrong way and you messed up, it's still giving you value. It's still an experience that you went through and got you closer to what's best for you, gave you more clarity on what's best for you and what you need or what would benefit you the most. There's no right or wrong way. Number 6, I think. You begin to love yourself by knowing that we put more pressure on ourselves than necessary. It kind of ties in with the previous ones. I went through a period of trying to get everything perfect, following so many coaches, so many mentors, so many people online, and just trying to get everything perfect and doing a lot of inner work. And I was actually using inner work to escape from my pain. I was using inner work as it's funny that sometimes we, and I've said this too, like we use TV for distraction. Sometimes we use social media or things like that for distraction, and it's fine, it's completely fine. But at the same time, we use inner work sometimes as a distraction. Like we're finding something to focus our energy and time on that distract us away from our pain. We don't want to feel our feelings. I remember he was at JP Sears on an interview with Kyle Cease. He said that he loves the, I think it was FFF meditation. Feel my fucking feelings meditation. Not sitting there with a goal of a visualization, not sitting there with a goal of what you want to feel, what you want to get out of the meditation, or those are fine too. They have a time and a place. But if it resonates, just try the feel my fucking feelings meditation. And it could be helpful. It could be helpful. But I like that reminder that we put more pressure on ourselves than necessary. I feel now looking back, I think I was looking for a tool, I was looking for an exercise, I was looking for something that would give me a crazy shift. Maybe I would do like a 5-minute thing, 10-minute thing, or even if it took the whole day. And I was chasing that. I was chasing that just to get rid of all the pain that I was feeling and I didn't want to face. I wanted to get rid of all my wounds so that I never had to look at them. And there's that whole idea of the things that you keep trying to push. It's not really, it really doesn't work. I think we know that. At a deeper level, we know that. We know that. There's a book, actually, that I haven't finished. I started it, but it's called Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. That's an interesting title. Feelings Buried Alive Never Die. And it's that analogy of the, not related to the book, I don't know if it's in the book, but it's an analogy that I heard years ago of a beach ball. And you're in a pool or in the ocean with a beach ball, and you put it under the water, and you feel the pressure of it wanting to come up. And the deeper you bury it, the more kind of pressure it builds up. And eventually it's going to come up. And that's what life does in a way. I realize that too, that we can try to keep suppressing that ball for years, and most of us do, and it's fine. It's what we need to get through it and survive what we're going through emotionally until we're ready to face that. And that's fine if it takes us decades, it's completely fine. But thinking that it's a good idea to keep the ball down there, or that the longer that we keep it, eventually we're not gonna have to look at it, might not help. So I just compassionately invite all of us to consider the possibility that it can be scary at first, but sometimes letting the ball come up and seeing what wants to come up and welcoming everything that wants to come up, maybe accepting it, appreciating what comes up. It's coming to, sometimes I'm hesitant to use the word teach you something, because that can be taken in so many different ways, but it's coming to give you value. It's coming out to show you, teach you, if you want to put it that way, give you an opportunity to look at parts of yourself that we've ignored for a long time. So it can be a beautiful opportunity when you always try to meet it with compassion, with kindness towards yourself. It could be a very, very beautiful journey. And I could talk about that for a while, but I want to get to the last one that I wrote. begin to love yourself. Some tips to finish off. I just wrote: be gentle, be kind, be compassionate, have patience. And I love what Listen Nichols says: give yourself 1,000-second chances. And when you get to 999, press reset and start all over again. Like I said on the first one, know that we're gonna mess up. And mess up is a subjective thing anyways, it's just a judgment. But knowing that we're gonna go through things, we're gonna feel like giving up, and we might give up. And we might feel like we keep restarting all over and over again. And we might feel like we're stuck in a cycle that we can never come out of. And if we need to go through that cycle 1,000 times, and then on 999 we press reset and give ourselves 1,000 other chances to come out of the cycle that we want to come out of, don't feel bad for that. Don't beat yourself up for that. We all have patterns. We all have cycles. We all have all these things that you think you're the only one that has them. We all have them. Sometimes we look up to people online. We look up to our coaches and our mentors and guides and people on social media. We all have our own shit. We all have things that we're dealing with. We all have wounds. We all go through emotional roller coasters. We all have that. So sometimes kind of putting that in perspective and realizing, like, I'm trying to be so perfect. And like I said with the expectations thing, that it's one thing that I've explored a lot in my journey, that my expectations sometimes used to drive me crazy. And that's a journey that many of us go through, and that's fine. But I think, considering these things that I shared in this video, when you're going through a lot, when you're maybe trying to be kinder with yourself, trying to be more compassionate with yourself, and you can't, and you feel bad for it, and you beat yourself up for it, then maybe considering these ideas can help you with that journey. So I really, really hope that helps, and a lot more coming. Thank you so much for watching.